Hear my song of pain and sorrow. All must know the might of Corvus. Hello, to say, and so say Moro. As Romeo understood, there'll be time for autocracy later. I have no idea what a French accent is, for the record. But hello and welcome to Dolphin's Dive with mini pack 4 publicly released. Yes, fantastic. Now I can play these heroes and villains. Well, the villain was already available, but heroes and environment. You'll probably notice there's a mini pack theme going on here. Tancred says my poor ears. Oh my gosh. Oh, no, the French. Okay. I just realized that Tancred is French. All right, let's start over again. Hi, I'm Lude. I am the Lude Dolphin. No, sorry, I freaked out because I'm always paranoid about audio settings and making sure everything's balanced. All right. Anyway, you'll notice there's a mini pack theme going on with the heroes and the environment. You'll notice that I'm not playing Choke Point. I tested a game against Choke Point and it kind of fell apart miserably. There's a lot of not good synergy against Choke Point with this team, but nonetheless, we're gonna have a mini pack showdown against the Matriarch because I wanted to. Oh, and I should probably start off by reading the script, shouldn't I? You are watching Dolphin's Dive, hosted by yours truly, Lude Dolphin. Handelabra believes in civil rights for everyone and in being as inclusive as possible, so any comments or activity actively working against that goal is not welcome and will not be tolerated. You can follow us at Handelabra on Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube, and Handelabra Games right here on Twitch. You can follow me personally on Twitter at LudeDolphin21, and on YouTube and Twitch it's just Lude Dolphin, no digits. Sentinels of the Multiverse is currently available for iOS, Android, and PC, Mac, and Linux via Steam, and always via good old analog cardboard and ink. You can get the game and more info at sentinelsdigital.com. So, Stuntman, and since he's new, I will actually take the time to go through these cards. Although I have actually played him a bit more. Stuntman's base power. Stuntman deals one target, one irreducible projectile damage. Increase that damage by 2 when this power is used outside your turn. So he loves the out of turn actions. Ambuscade. Ongoing. Whenever a non-hero card enters play, you may destroy this card. When this card is destroyed, either Stuntman deals one target 5 melee damage, or you may use a power. So some sudden damage out of nowhere, because you can see he blends in with the environment and it looks cool. Moving target. Ongoing limited. Whenever damage would be dealt by a villain target to Stuntman but is prevented, redirected, or reduced so Stuntman takes no damage, you may use a power. When Stuntman is dealt damage by a villain target, destroy this card and use a power anyway because you're Stuntman. So that's cool. The usual solution, one shot. Stuntman deals one target 2 melee damage. Destroy an ongoing equipment or environment card. Stuntman deals up to 3 targets 1 fire damage each. It's actually kind of unique for a hero card to willingly destroy an equipment card, but there is a use for that, of course, even within his own deck. And training montage. One shot. He may draw a card. Stuntman may deal himself 2 melee damage. If he takes damage this way, draw 2 more cards. You may play an ongoing card. Cool. It probably sounds like the people from the land. I probably should have read all of that. Ambuscade. Whenever you know hero card is played, you may destroy this card. I don't know. I don't know what a French accent is, so I'm just gonna give up now before something terrible happens. Benchmark is base power. Draw a card. Benchmark deals 1 target, 1 energy damage. And I love his variant and how it's like the complete opposite of this. But anyway. Flyby, one shot. Benchmark deals up to 3 targets, 2 energy damage. You may either play a card or return this card to your hand. So if you have nothing to play, you can play this anyway and still have it in your hand. Load-on initialization, ongoing software. At the start of your turn, you may either draw a card or play a software card. Then, if you have more software than hardware in play, draw a card and destroy 2 software cards. Alright. Overhaul loadout. One shot. Draw up to 3 cards. Move any number of hardware and software cards in play to your hand. Play up to X hardware and their software cards, where X equals the number of cards you move to your hand this way. And another one. So we don't have any hardware to start with. So if I play load on initialization, wouldn't necessarily be able to keep it. And then, who is this hero here? Who's this silly person just hanging around? Oh, right. This is hero from Minipack 3, the Guise. Guise is starting with the Grady Rebot and Guise the Barbarian. and I can do that toe, and look what I found. And then the Skeller has Bring What You Need, Don't Dismiss Anything, Expect the Worst, and Offensive Transmutation. And Unity has a lot of bots, 2 platform bots, a raptor bot, and a supply crate. OTW probably stands for On the Way. And from the latest Kickstarter update, it sounds like people in the US might be getting it next week, maybe? But could also mean it's only shipping out of Minnesota next week? I don't know. I can't wait for it to be shipped just so people can stop complaining about how late it is. Alright, the Matriarch, everyone's favorite villain, right? The advanced rules on the front, cohort cards are indestructible, so once they come out, they're basically going to stay out until she flips, at which point increased damage dealt to hero targets by 1. Ow. And the challenge rule, domain cards are permanent, they are indestructible, you cannot destroy them. So, lots of things. Alright, let's see what happens here. Mask of the Matriarch comes out. And we get a Carrion Fields, which will stay in play permanently, and a Murder of Crows, which leads to Munin. Increased damage dealt by Matriarch by 1, reduced damage dealt to the Matriarch and cohorts by 1. Which will get progressively worse as the game goes on. Alright, so the good news, bad news of this. We only have 1 foul. So this card deals each hero target except the hero target with the highest HP 1 projectile damage, which Carrion Fields does literally the same thing. So we might as well kill the Murder of Crows, because the Carrion Fields will do the same thing, although I guess this makes Matriarch deal 4 psychic damage. Or you can destroy one of your equipment or ongoing cards, which is currently targeting Benchmark. So what do we have here? I already read these cards and I forgot it. Whenever a non-hero card enters play, this happens frequently in this game, fun fact. If only that we could use it to destroy some card when it enters play or something. Like, oh, you know, Dark in the Skies came out. I'm going to stop that from happening. Actually, that can possibly happen with the right cards. So I'm going to hold on to that, I think. I don't know that things are going to redirect. Damage. And you may play an ongoing card. Let's go ahead and training montage. It's early and we need more cards, like the usual solution. Now let's hit ourselves and draw Lance Flammes. And Lance Flammes. So we can play an ongoing card. Do we want to play an ongoing card? I guess it doesn't matter if I play this or not, so we'll go ahead and play Ambuscade. I'm a little wary to play moving target because Stuntman's almost certainly going to be dealt damage. Which isn't terrible, because then he can use a power, but I sort of want to save this for when he can prevent, redirect, or reduce damage. Alright. Deal 1 target, 1 irreducible projectile damage. This is nice, because this means that we can bypass the whole, you know, damage dealt to things is reduced clause, but the priority is the mask, because we want her to play fewer cards. I don't know that I'll have enough damage to do that, but I'm going to try it anyway. Get coup vison. I'm just going to pronounce each card. I'm just going to give up on the French, and I'm just going to start calling the words what they are. So we got coup vexed. All right. Let's see. So now I could flyby. I said, like, if you don't really have a hand, you could just play this. Because your base power involves you drawing a card anyway, so like there's no point in skipping. You might as well use your base power if you need to draw 2. Sometimes you could play a software if you want its effect, even if it's going to go away, but this one's kind of boring. I guess you could play it so at the start of your turn you can draw a card, and then since you have more software than hardware in play, draw another card, and then destroy this card. So you could draw 2 cards at the start of your next turn. Which isn't outright awful, but again, mask is the priority, so I'm going to just do the thing. Lots of talk about Kindles and things. I don't have a Kindle. My mom had a Kindle, and then she got a Kindle Fire, and then I don't think she's been using it because she got an iPad. Not necessarily that it's superior to the Kindle Fire, but I think it was just we got it afterwards and it was the upgrade. Oh, no sound for Vulnerap. Someone say to Vulnerap that he is amazing, and kudos for stopping by. I could hit the Murder of Crows, and then there's reactions. Is there a other source of things? I don't think so. I don't think we really have spread damage right now. So I'll just take out the Murder of Crows. I know this retaliates, but just don't want there to be birds. I could just play a card, but I'm just going to return this to my hand. You also could do neither of those things, and you could just say, all right, I don't want that card anymore. I like that. All right, draw a card, more software, and then hit the mask, and we get another software. So we're probably going to play a software, even if it's inferior. Alright, we have Guise the Barbarian. We have Look What I Found. That would one-shot the mask. Kind of like holding on to Guise the Barbarian, though, and playing that in conjunction with whatchamacallit, Blatant Reference. That's what it is. But we don't really have, I don't like, because Unity could get a platform bot out. I guess that would do 3 damage. I don't know what Scholar can do. We're like, all right, Scholar's gonna dismiss everything. So, the other thing to consider is there a power that guys would prefer to use? Via I can do that too. Because we could either have him deal 1 irreducible damage that won't be increased because it's currently Guise's turn, or he could draw a card and deal a target 1 damage, or he could regain an HP, or he could destroy an equipment card for funsies. We're all too nice to play a mean trick until Vulnerap that Lewd actually said something mean. I am too nice. I am too nice, and you're all too nice too. I think I'm just gonna go with the easy route. Guise the Barbarian, and Look What I Found. At the very least, we still have this extra damage that's getting increased. And we get a retcon. Awesome! I'm a great hero! I could have used Look What I Found to hit the mask, and then hit the mask with the base power to finish it, indeed. And then that would save me the Guise the Barbarian. But I think I'm gonna not dismiss anything, and maybe we'll get a card from Guise. That would be amazing. So I'm gonna do that. And order might matter, but I don't. Blanques Vus, which was when a hero target would be dealt 4 or more damage, you may destroy this card to prevent this damage, but when this card is destroyed, you may use a power, because you're Stuntman. Alright, benchmark, get me hardware. Hey, I get another flyby, cool. I just keep flying by. Might as well hit all the things. And then, do I want to play a card? I could play the other flyby, that'd be funny, but no. Might be worth it to play a software card. I don't necessarily need 2 flybys. I could also just play Overhaul Loadout to get more cards. But having a software in your trash for benchmark is fine, because he can get things from his trash pretty easily, and software is one of them. I guess if I play Loadout Initialization, I'm basically just drawing 2 cards with that. If I play Overhaul Loadout, I draw 3 cards. So Maybe I should just play Overhaul Loadout. And we get countermeasures, more software. Ally Matrix, more software. And Stunt Energy, more software. I guess Benchmark is not being hard today. And yes, I realized how awful that was phrased, and I kind of went with it anyway, but I could just chalk it up to my name. Alright. Guys, do something. Total Beefcake. I'll accept that. Scholar has Flushed Iron, I like that. And Unity has a Scrap Metal, interesting. Getting that out of turn is fun, because at the start of her turn she could play a card, so she can get a Golem into play for free. We could also play Supply Crate for free and draw 3 cards at the start of her next turn. That might be interesting, but I think we'll just get 2 platform bots easily. That's probably what we should do. And you're at max HP, so I don't need to do anything. If you don't have Laser Riders yet, check out ThinkGeek. You got it for $13 or $17 in shipping, and it included the Captain Cosmic and Visionary promos. Nice. I could also just keep this card out and destroy it to put a bot into play, but that's silly. Why would you do that? Alright, Supply Crate. We get a platform bot. Are those all the platform bots? Yeah, they are. Alright, this is a very platformy game. I guess this game is just a platformer today. Cryobot! Alright, Carrion Fields is indestructible. So I'm just gonna wail on Matriarch here. Celestial Educator, and I should read that out. Tribunal AI, reduce damage dealt to environment targets by 1. At the start of the environment turn, reveal cards from the top of the environment deck until a trial is revealed. Put it into play, discard the other revealed cards. Alright. A non-hero card entered play, so should I do things? I don't think so. It's going to keep asking me this repeatedly, but I'm going to just hold on to it until I need to use it. There's a foul. I could just destroy the foul. Horde Cacophony, ew. So that's gonna destroy a lot of our ongoing cards. All 4 of them. It does this in a terrible order as well. The thing is, I could either choose to destroy Ambuscade, or I could have it destroy itself. Oh, there's actually 5. Because Plankes Fus. Plankes Fus gives me a power, and Ambuscade gives me a power and 5 melee damage, but I don't have another power. So I should do the 5 melee damage route first. Yeah, Sonic Blade is someone we haven't seen for a while. And frankly, the main thing I know of Sonic Blade is that he had Meowth emotes. Which is amazing, because Meowth is awesome. Alright, we're losing some of these cards. Flushed Iron is the only one that I'm really sad about, because the other ones are expiring anyway. Oh no, the platform bots! No! Okay, yeah, you could hit that, that's fine. Alright, Kettle of Vultures deals the hero target with the lowest HP 2 projectile damage. That is almost always going to be a golem. It's currently Unity, but it's currently, well, I guess Unity doesn't have a means of getting a golem into play unless we put out an equipment card, which means Stuntman's playing an equipment card. And this says deal up to 4 targets 2 fire damage each. Yeah, I guess I should probably be reading the cards we just drew. Yeah. Okay, I think that's too much work. I'll just pull these cards up and you can read them if you need to. Lance Flammies. Deal up to four targets, 2 fire damage each. But if you use it outside of your turn and you reduce a target to 2 or fewer, you destroy that target. So that would do 1 point of damage to the Matriarch, and my base power does 1 point of damage to the Matriarch. But it is something that Unity can destroy for a Golem. And putting a Golem out makes the Kettle of Vultures target it, which is worthwhile, so I'm gonna do that. I mean, I guess I could just use Lance Flams and hit things. I mean, I'm just gonna hit things because I can hit things, but I'm not gonna hit the kettle because we'll just let the kettle stew. I am not a pot calling the kettle black. It is just a kettle. Alright, Steal the Scene is a good one. The start of a hero turn other than yours, you may destroy this card. Apologies, mon chéri, but you're not done with that one. We'll find you another. Charmander. Oh, man. I love the derp emotes. Or not necessarily emotes, but just images. I don't even remember, I know that I've seen that style, but I don't remember where I originally saw it, but it was amazing. Alright, I could play Shunt Energy in lieu of playing the new standard, and this would let me deal myself 1 energy damage, but then I could deal 4 melee damage to a target. And at the start of my turn, I can draw a card, which is basically makes that a little better than my base power. Or Intel Analyzer to draw 2, discard 2, play a software, so I can get more software. Countermeasures, when you would be dealt damage by a non-hero target with 2 or fewer, destroy that target instead. Or Ally Matrix, discard a card. If you do, 1 other player may draw a card and use a power, and Stuntman loves things like that. I mean, really anyone would love to do things, but Stuntman benefits from out of power plays. I don't know though. I just kind of want to do as much damage to the Matriarch as possible. I kind of want to Jeremy this, because even though Munin is providing a damage reduction, 4 melee damage reduced by 1 is still awesome. That's great. Here's the retaliatory flames of words that kills you before they can heal. All right. I want to play the card that you're pointing to, guys, but you're not pointing to a card. That's a problem. And I don't really... I'm not worried about the Celestial Educator just yet. Or Adjudicator. Educator? What? Adjudicator? I don't know why I said Educator. I'm not worried about the Celestial Adjudicator yet. I mean, trials can get bad when they come out, but... kind of just want to get a gritty reboot. Although it's not likely that guys will be hit. I'm just gonna do it anyway.
Everyone I know is dead.
Rip Mrs. Guise. Yeah, I just need cards. I want cards. I'm gonna draw a card. Say cheese! And then this does 0 damage. Or 0 damage. Or 0 damage. Or no, I guess that's 1. I can take you out. But no. Even though you're indestructible, I kind of want you to be low. Although I don't know that it really matters, but in the event of some environment card that comes out that deals damage to the lowest, I don't think there actually is one. I mean, this is a environment. Deals damage to a target next to a trial. Yeah, nothing actually hits the lowest, so it doesn't really matter. Alright, I could get my Flesh to Iron back, although I don't think it's a really high priority. He's not hurting. I think I'll just bring what I need. Because more options. Mortal form to energy, no one to turn loose, offensive transmutation. What I like doing with bring what you need is putting elementals on the back, or on the bottom of the deck, because I could keep moving for them. But I would also be able to play a card. So I could use keep moving to get mortal form to energy. I could do that right now anyway, but if I put in my hand, and then I draw mortal form to energy at the end of my turn, then there's only one left in my deck, and then I can't have a chain of mortal forms coming out. That said, I mean, I don't have anything that really lets me regain HP right now. So I think I am just gonna hold off on the mortal form, and we'll just draw the other ones. Alright, so we gotta get that platform bot out. I could also get Cryobot out, but I'm gonna get platform bot out, because I saw a sign that said play platform bot. Some man is going to murder Guise for mocking his accent. Oh, Guise. Play this card next to a villain target, not next to a trial. The first time I saw this deck, I was really confused because there were all these trial cards and nothing that... Like, the trials don't do anything by themselves, but actually other things react. Putting it next to the Matriarch is wise, because then... Oh. Paragon of Sentience. Play this card next to a hero character card, not next to a trial. Are there benefits to trials, though? I mean, there's what? Celestial Executor... Why am I I don't even know what I'm saying. Celestial Executioner. I'm like skipping the middle half of the word. The Celestial Executor he deals damage to things next to a trial. The Character Witness. Each target next to a trial regains 5. Alright, that's the benefit. The unfortunate thing is this also benefits villains. The amusing thing is that that's the Matriarch, although that's probably actually Harpy. Although... she is in her Matriarch gown, so it actually might be the Matriarch. But the thing is, the Matriarch, from what I remember from the letters page, the Matriarch only existed as a single fight. And then she was out of it, and then came back as a hero, and was like, of all the villain turned heroes, she was the first one. But yeah, I think that's the only one that is a positive benefit from a trial, other than representative of Earth sometimes. Maybe I should have Guise copy Stuntman's power just to see if short dress means Harpy. Ah, okay. I see. I see. I mean, I got confused because it looks like she was literally dressed the same. Like, the mask, the green dress, the wings, like that's the same as her outfit right here. The mask, the wings, the green dress. But yeah, it makes sense that would be the Dark Watch Harpy or something. All right, who wants this? Actually, if we do get the one. Actually, no, it's in the trash, unfortunately. But Character Witness. Each target next to a trial regains 5 hit points. Scholar loves HP recovery. Plus, he could reduce damage, so... Scholar is the paragon of sentience. So there's a foul. And 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 then Horde Trophony. Well, so much for everyone being dead. And platform bots dying again. We started this game with 3 platform bots and they're all gone now. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. All right, we have 6 fouls. That's not really too good. But the other unfortunate thing is that if I hit a foul, we get dealt a lot of damage. I mean, it might still be wise to just ignore the foul. I mean, they're only hitting for 2. This one hits each for 1, whatever. We have 2 kettles, which is hitting the lowest. But, I mean, if I hit a foul, then Matriarch deals 4 psychic damage and Carrion Fields hits everyone except 1 for 1, so that's 4 damage too. So take out 1 foul, be dealt 8 damage. It's actually even worse if I get golems into play. Like, imagine this scenario, if you will. I put out Cryobot, a kettle of vultures hits Cryobot, Cryobot takes out the kettle, Carrion Fields hits Cryobot, Cryobot hits the building of rooks, Carrion Fields hits Cryobot, Cryobot hits the building of rooks, Carrion Fields hits Cryobot. That's one way to wipe the board. It's also a good way to take too much damage, so... I might want to steal the scene, because Space Power's Irreducible gets increased by 2 out of turn. Dealing 3 irreducible damage is fun. I could also Lance Flammies again, since Benchmark still hurts for cards. Yeah, but the thing is, I don't really want a golem because Raptorbot's not going to do much good. And Cryobot's not going to help out too much before he dies. I could Offensive Transmutation the Matriarch to mitigate the damage, and then I could put out Cryobot. And that's a thought. Yeah. Yeah, I'll probably just do that. Because we still only have software here. And I could just have... I could use this for 1 round to let Stuntman use a power. So... what things do we want to utilize? Oh no, I'm playing Steal the Scene, never mind. That's what I'm doing. Because then I could do extra irreducible damage. And then, not yet, because I need to be able to use a power. Ally Matrix. Discard. So Stuntman can do things. He could steal the scene again, yay! Ah, hardware. Yay! And now I'll steal the scene. Actually, no, I don't have a card that would do that. It'd be funny to have Guise copy Stuntman, steal the scene, but it's okay. All right. Are you ready for this, people? We're gonna play I Can Do That Too on Stuntman. Oh. I was hoping for some random French, but we didn't get random French. Oh well. Yeah, this obviously. I'm just gonna get more cards. We need cards. And I can't, I don't want to hit anyone. Alright, so I'm gonna get defense again. And then I'm going to stop Matriarch from dealing damage. That way, we could put out Cryobot. And then we could clear the board. Yeah. It's annoying having all these instances of 1 damage and thinking to myself that I can't do a darn thing about this all. I could try to take out a foul now, but then Carrion Fields goes off. I sort of want Carrion Fields to go off. Actually, yeah, Cryobot's not going to be too useful, I guess. So yeah, I'm just going to... Well... That's not one I wanted to take out. I want something to actually hit Cryobot if I'm going the Cryobot route. And Cuddle of Vultures is something that will hit Cryobot. It will hit Cryobot for 2. Cryobot will be at 5. So I do need to take out some of these. I don't even think this is wise still, because she's gonna play Dark in Disguise. So, this is all futile. Futile. Oh. Oh, I don't have an equipment card. Whoops. Because I played something else instead. That's fine. Representative of Earth. Oh boy. When this card enters play, choose a hero character card from the box and put it into play next to this card. Set its max HP to 10. If that hero is incapacitated, the Earth is sentenced to destruction. Game over. Oh boy. Oh boy. So lots of choices here, obviously. So there's no immediate benefit from this. Actually, it sort of sucks because the foul are gonna hit this, which is sad. So what would probably be the best thing to do? I know that, like, Fused Captain Cosmic or Requital Captain Cosmic is one of the better ones, especially when you don't have a Captain Cosmic, because you could put the top 3 cards of your deck into play and then there's no construct, so you get 3 card plays for free. But I know there's some amazing combos that could be had. There's obviously no use for Blitz, but every player could draw a card. I know we're not necessarily using this right away, so... You can put cards face down in our play areas and then remove Santa Guise so that we just have permanent presence. I could put out Extreme Primordian's Haka so that I can use Extreme Primordian's Haka's power on Extreme Primordian's Haka so that we save the representative of the Earth. Good plan or best plan? I don't know. Any suggestions from the peanut gallery over here? Should definitely put out Argent Adept so we can activate a perform text. Actually, here's one that I loved doing when I was beta testing. Using Termination Bunker with Stuntman, so you could destroy one of his cards, which usually has a benefit, such as you may use a power, and then, after having destroyed that card, you could draw a card, play a card, and use another power. Which is awesome. I'm actually going to go that route because I want to. And then the Celestial Executioner, which isn't doing anything right now, but we should have to be wary of Termination Bunker. If worst comes to worst, we could just destroy the representative of the Earth. Especially because he's almost dead already. Just imagine if I left some of those foul out. We'd probably have Bunker down to 0. The worst thing that can happen right now is a horror cacophony. Dark in Disguise. Okay, that's fine. Horror cacophony would kill Bunker. Alright, so now the mask is back, and we have all these foul, and... Scholar would most likely survive, but I don't think Termination Bunker will. Now, Matriarch is still punched. So she's not doing damage. But yeah, we've all these foul. We also have no Cryobot. I keep forgetting we didn't actually get Cryobot out. I mean, if we need to destroy Representative of the Earth, we have Retcon. In fact, we should absolutely destroy Representative of the Earth because Bunker's not going to survive another round. Carrion Fields is going to hit Bunker. So I do not want to destroy Fel indiscriminately right now. Use Termination Bunker's power to destroy Dramatic Cliffhanger. Yes. Yeah, because Dramatic Cliffhanger, when his card is destroyed, you may play a card, use a power, and draw a card in any order. And then, draw a card, play a card, and use a power in any order. Yeah, that's one of the things I found out and I loved. But we don't have that card right now. It could come out, but we need Call to Judgment to do it. Or no, wait, what's the other one? Isn't there one? Or did it get discarded? Oh, yeah, Character Witness. At the start of the environment, turn one hero may use the power on the hero character card in this play area. That's not out, so... It's in the trash, but... Call to Judgment shuffles the trash into the deck, so... You wish the effects Lightning Bolt will give a hardware-software count on benchmark. If one zooms in into one of his cards, the info's off to the side, but it seems Lightning Bolt worthy. Yeah. I've also thought, like, with Setting Sun Raw, that there needs to be information here about what Raw cards were removed from the game, since that can't be seen anywhere. All you can do is look at his deck and his trash and his hand and what's in play and determine from there. Anyway... I wish that I had... I wish that Scholar had Alchemical Redirection, because then I could destroy Fel and not worry. Scholar would take damage from Matriarch, but that's it. But we don't have that. And the only other AoE is Cryobot. I feel like the best play again is to steal the scene. Because that lets me do 1 damage and then 3 irreducible damage out of turn. I don't know. I'm kind of scared by all these fouls. And then the mask is there. I gotta get rid of the mask again. I mean, Steal the Scene does do 2 damage, and that 2 damage could go to the mask. And I guess if I put out Cryobot, we have Cryobot. I could put out Raptorbot, that would do 3 damage. Keto Vultures would take out Raptorbot though, and that doesn't go in the right order. Clattering of Jackdaws deals each hero target 1 projectile. I guess that's fine because then that would hit Cryobot, and then Cryobot we would have hit the mask, and then the foul, and then the carrion field hits Cryobot. Cryobot hits the kettle, or hits the mask, and then the kettle. Carrion field hits Cryobot. Cryobot hits the mask, and the clattering of jackdaws, etc., etc., etc. The unfortunate thing is that means that there's going to be 9 damage to everyone except Scholar. We don't really have any other means of damage reduction. Oh wait, Guise could actually use the representative of the Earth. But he can't do anything with that. I just realized I can do that too. I could undo and get a different representative, but I don't want to have to do that. That's future knowledge sort of thing. Benchmark could put out subcutaneous cybernetics. You wouldn't be able to play another card though. But we could have hardware, which means you could play a software and it would be a bit more permanent. It's not really a terrible situation. I'm just trying to figure out if there's a way to avoid all the damage. It'd be awesome if we had Platform Bot. Platform Bot would use offensive transmutation on the carrion fields. That would, alright, so that would cut out damage to... That would cut out the damage to everyone except Scholar. Scholar would still take damage, but he has Flesh to Iron. He would probably survive. There's 1, 5, 9 fouls. So that would do... So she's going to do 9 times 4 damage. So how many times is that going to hit Scholar? 20, 18, 16, 14, 12. It's going to hit Scholar 5 times. At which point it's going to hit the other 4. And they're going to take 4 damage each. I don't know that that's necessarily better. I mean, I save 5 damage on each person, I guess. At the expense of... something else. I could Grace Under Fire. We have 15 non-hero targets in play. We can do 14 damage to the Matriarch with Scholar alone. Argent Adept is asexual. If that's what he meant by ace. Even though, I'm like, even then, it just feels like... I know I'm just sitting here for a while, but I'm trying to be careful. Because I feel like I'm not in a terrible spot right now, but if I make the wrong move, then it's over. And that's not necessarily true because I have Scholar with Flesh to Iron, but... I'm trying to just make sure I don't make a terrible move here. Alright, we're retconning representative of the Earth. There's no two ways about that. That's happening. We could use Look What I Found. That would do 2 damage to the Matriarch. And then we could play a card to I could do that too. It's not necessarily going to be better though. I could say cheese, but that's not necessarily going to be better. We could Grace Under Fire. This would mean I'm basically letting all the damage happen that would happen. I would only want to do that if I could take out the Matriarch right now. And 14 damage is tempting, but that puts her down to 25. And Stuntman could do a number, but I don't think it's a big number. That's the big issue I have. Yeah. Well, alright, so Steal the Scene lets me do 4 damage out of turn. And, oh, but we don't have Ally Matrix anymore. I was thinking I could Ally Matrix. But 4 damage out of turn. 1 damage here is 5. Scholar can do 14, so that's 19. Puts her down to 20. There's no way we're doing 20 damage, so I'm just gonna... There's no way to avoid some sort of offensive transmutation trick. And so... 9 damage to everyone not named Scholar, or 4 damage to everyone not named Scholar, and 10 damage to Scholar. I would probably say 10 damage to Scholar wins. So that means that I need to take out the mask. And the way to do that... This would let me hit the Matriarch and the mask. For 2 damage each. So we'll do that. Well, 1 damage to the Matriarch, but... Then I could actually hit... the mask. Benchmark gets... yeah, like... When he has all the hardware in play, there's so many random start of turn, end of turn, when this happens, do X effects. Currently, I haven't been able to get to that point, which is a little annoying, but that's fine. I'm just gonna hit Munin. No reason to, but whatever. That's the card you drew. And I need to get you set up with hardware. All right. So what order of things is ideal? I can do that too, and then say cheese and base power would take out the mask outright. I want Cryobot out, but I don't want to... I don't want anything else out. Oh, and I got a retcon anyway, so let's start with the retcon. Representative of Earth is gone. Bye, Bunker! Yeah, let's just take out the mask. The simplest solution is often the best solution. And then I can play another card. I could retcon something else. Honestly, I'm fine with the Celestial Executioners being out because it's hitting the Matriarch, so that's 2 damage. Celestial Adjudicator is gonna put another trial out though. But... whatevs. Do I want to copy a power? Copy Benchmark? Like all these powers, and I don't don't know what to do with them. What does Celestial Executioner do if no targets are dealt damage this way? Okay, yeah, so when this is out, there's going to be a trial. Why are you playing Visionary like a suicide bomber? Because it's not my fault you don't appreciate how good Rest the Mind is. Rest the Mind is great. I used to think I didn't want to take the damage, but it's so good. I don't want to, I can do that too. All right, I have to discard a card too. I don't need expect the worst. Stop the carrion fields. And then regain the hit points. Oh boy, Proverbs and Axioms. That's a dangerous card. All right, do I want to destroy Lance Flammies? Or do I want to use Construction Pylon and then get B-Bot and Cryobot? I guess B-Bot could still do something. Yeah, we'll do that. I don't really... Well, I could put Raptorbot out, and then Raptorbot could munch on the Matriarch. But then people are going to yell at me when Raptorbot dies. Whatever, it's happening. Ooh, Power Shockwave. Well, I guess that's not really too ooh, but... Paragon of Sentience. I'm going to put this on Benchmark because he's the only one that can regain hit points. Like this. I'm going to discard load on initialization. Another Celestial Executioner. Alright, here's where things happen. Raptorbot's dead. This is hitting everyone, so we're gonna hit Cryobot first. Actually, why did I do all the damage on... I was dumb. I should not have done all that damage. Because the problem is, now Cryobot's gonna kill everything. Yeah, this is not well thought out, actually. This isn't well thought out at all. I can't hit the AIs. Yeah, see when I said I'm gonna make a bad move and it's gonna kill me? This is it. Because Cryobot's only good for removing the fouls. Oh, Carrion Fields isn't gonna react, but Matriarch is. Oh, well, whatever, that's fine. Yeah, I guess it doesn't matter the order then. Starting with Munin sucks. Alright, Scholar for Suzy's. Charmander. Alright, hit Benchmark because you can regain hit points. Benchmark would be dealt damage by a non-hero target with 2 or fewer. Destroy that target instead. I think I'm not gonna do that. Okay, so come on, play a Carrion Fields. There's a foul. There's a foul. There's a foul. If you're gonna do this, just darken the skies again so that we could actually do even more damage. Nope, that's a domain. Alright. I kind of just want to have all the fouls so that Grace Under Fire just wipes Matriarch. Because now this isn't doing as much. It's only doing 11 damage. It's so low. But alright, so here's the situation. Murder of Crows will not hit. Well, I guess it's... Okay, I guess it's not too bad. These are all the onesies. All I want in life is a stealth bot, because then I could ignore all the 1 damages. But I can't, because we can't have nice things. Alright. There is 2 more trials. There is 2 more trials. That's good English. Because now I don't want to... I could draw a card, deal 2 damage, then play an ongoing, and I could then play Steal the Scene. Yeah, I'll do that. It's a bit risky. When this power is used outside your turn, you may play a card. Ooh, card plays. The cohort is indestructible because this is challenge, or not even challenge, this is advanced. So Carrion Fields is indestructible and Munin is indestructible. The only things I can take out are the foul, the AI, and stuff. Ooh, dramatic cliffhanger. I mean, we already knew this. We had this one. When this card is destroyed, you may play a card, use a power, and draw a card in any order. Or we could steal the scene for a damage and a power use. I'm gonna steal the scene. And Lance Flemmies is still better. And I might as well hit the AI with this so I could take them out if I wanted to. We want in media res. That would be amazing. We haven't gotten it yet. We can actually play a software and keep a software out. We don't have ones that are exciting, no. Yes. And now the base power is better. I love me some irreducible damage. Alright, I could draw 3, move a hardware, and then play something. Or I could flyby for 1. Or I could get a software out and the next turn use overhaul loadout. Like, multi-point HUD, I need to have another power use in order to benefit from this, and I don't have that. Draw 2, discard 2, play a software, that's not going to help me. I could also just play a flyby and then play something else. I could also play a flyby and return it to hand. So then what? I think I'm gonna overhaul loadout. At the end of your turn, discard a top card, move software in your trash. So, deployment actuation is amazing. Do I want to swap out hardware? The problem is that we currently have the Paragon of Sentience, which is keeping... Or sorry, we have subcutaneous cybernetics, which lets him regain a hit point at the end of his turn, and he can discard cards to regain a hit point, which is keeping Benchmark alive for the most part. Especially with the Paragon of Sentience out here, which we can destroy. We have means of destroying it. But it's also likely we're going to get another Paragon of Sentience anyway. And then we have the Foul that are going to have actions, and we're probably just going to let the actions trigger because I think there's no real better way to deal with them right now with all the carrion fields out. So I think, because the other one is Flash Installation Drive, which can put a software from the trash into play, which is why I've been discarding software, because I can get them back easily, but I don't know that the software into trash plus that hardware is better than subcutaneous cybernetics, so I'm going to skip. And now there's no point here. We're gonna get carrion fields as low as we can. Yeah, I'm just gonna wreck on the Paragon on Benchmark just for safety. Oh. Which reveals a Celestial Adjudicator. Because when this card is destroyed, play the top card of the environment deck. I forgot about that clause. Is that true on all trials? Yes, it is. Destroying a trial doesn't actually help out too well, does it? Well, we have 3 Celestial Executioners, which are going to do 6 damage total to the Matriarch. That's good. Literally, that's good. And actually, Grace Under Fire is even more powered up because we got another Celestial Executioner. So if I can do 11 damage to the Matriarch, we can do this on the environment turn. I keep wanting to play I can do that too on Stuntman, but that's not... Ugh. The problem is we don't have exciting base powers. The legal system is doing work today. Yeah. Well, I can do that too. Let's try to do damage when possible. And here we'll just draw a card. Come on, draw a card. Like, let me see that. Oops. That's, whatever. I could target carrion fields, but that doesn't mean anything. Okay. Proverbs and Axioms. Each hero character card may either regain 2 hit points or deal themselves 3 psychic damage and use a power. So that can give Stuntman an out-of-turn power. He can do 3 damage to Matriarch. Benchmark can't do much. Guise can't do much. Unity can't do much. But it is hit points. Grace Under Fire will do 11. Power Shockwave is gonna do 2 damage, which is not a lot. I'm just gonna Proverbs and Axioms. Because it's cards, at least. Ooh, reduce damage dealt Benchmark by 1, plus the HP recovery. You can suddenly get more powerful. And a Construction Pylon for Unity is good. So, the only person whose power is amazing is Stuntman's. Because he could do this. The other heroes are probably better off regaining the hit points. Like, we're doing fine unless something awful happens. But I have Construction Pylon, but I only have B-Bot. I'm just gonna supply crate and see. Robot Reclamation. Do I want the B-Bot? B-Bot would do 1 damage to Matriarch. it is also very likely to get destroyed. But if you can destroy an environment card, there's actually a very big chance that Call to Judgment is going to be played. Which is exciting, honestly. Actually, well, no, it's not gonna, so it's not a trial. Okay, maybe it's not a huge chance. It's more like a 50% chance that Call to Judgment is getting played. And if Call to Judgment does come out, we do need to be able to save the hero. So yeah, I'll keep Lance Flammies so that maybe, I don't know, because Stuntman's not going to be on trial. Or wait, who? One hero. Okay, no, it can be any hero. Okay. Yeah, we'll just destroy supply crate. All right, Paragon of Sentience. Put that on benchmark. And then discard. Yeah, Intel Analyzer. Keep you alive. Ah, and then the trial. Well, let's put a Munin. Now the deck's empty. I guess it wasn't actually too good of a chance, because Celestial Adjudicator discards any other revealed cards, so it wasn't actually as good as I thought it would be. Yeah, Cryobot's actually... Okay, no, this might be awful, actually. Because the carrion fields are going to keep going off. So actually, I think everyone but Scholar is going to die. Fun fact. I kind of forgot that we have two carrion fields. Two carrion fieldsies. Yeah. Actually, no, the thing is I forgot I had Cryobot. That's the bigger problem. I don't really know if there's a better order. Just if I have the carrion fields go first, we could ensure that Matriarch's damage always goes to the Scholar. On the other hand, I don't want Scholar to die. So I think we're just gonna have the Matriarch go off first, just to make sure that Scholar doesn't take as much damage. I think I should have Bebop go off first. And then destroy something. Destroy Flesh to Iron. Now let's get rid of the Paragon on Scholar. Oh, this plays a card. Oh well. Oh boy. Oh boy. This is bad. Oh boy. Because this is gonna be hit by everything too. But a hero could use the power on this card, so what could be the most effective option? We could put Termination Unity out to put Bebot back into play so that we can destroy the representative. That seems wise. Oh man. Oh, jeez. Yeah, we could put out Termination Bunker. And then we could have Stuntman destroy his card. That lets him draw a card, play a card, and use a power. He could use Usual Solution to destroy the Trial, and that would save Bunker. We could also get Immediate Res, indeed. That's probably the best option. Oh, jeez, cause we could bring out Settings on Raw. Whee! Do, do, do. Could put out Primordial's Tempest. Play up to 3 cards. Because the Scholar could just put out a bunch of crap right now. But he wouldn't be able to save the thing. Which is not good. We could put out the thing for... Well, because Stuntman could only take the damage twice before he perishes. We could have Stuntman play Dramatic Cliffhanger and then play the Usual Solution to destroy Dramatic Cliffhanger so that he could play another card, use a power, and draw a card. Which would end with the Usual Solution. That would be freaking hilarious. Because that way, then, he could use his base power. Which would do 3 damage. Usual Solution would do 1 damage to the Matriarch before he perishes. Or we could use the Usual Solution to destroy a Trial to get another card out, which could be the Celestial Chamber. No. No, we want Character Witness. That's the one. No, no, even that one's not good. Oh no, the one that we would want is Representative, or called the Judgment, except it's currently in play, so we can't do it. Fused Cosmic, yeah. But that's 3 random card plays. Tempest is 3 controlled card plays, the cost of damage, and then Bunker would be draw a card, play a card, and use a power in any order, but I guess like Tempest would be a bit better in that regard. Because then you could play something else. Well, not really, because you could play Dramatic Cliffhanger and then the Usual Solution. Urgh. I need to save the card, so I'm going to take the route that makes sense to me, which is Bunker. And then Stuntman. Nope, not in media res. Oh, we have to play Usual Solution. Ow, no, I don't want to do it in this order. Because then I can't use the power. Ugh, this is future knowledge. Yeah, we're gonna do this. We're gonna do it in the order that I was originally doing it, because otherwise it's not fair. Yeah, it is actually IN. And the AIs, the cohort. Yeah, the other ones don't take damage, so then we do the foul. And then we had Matriarch go first. And then we had Carrion Fields take out B-Bot. And then we hit Matriarch. And then we destroyed the Paragon on Scholar, which got us Call to Judgment. And then the decision was to pull out Termination Bunker. And then Stuntman uses the power. No, we have not gotten in media res, which by the way is IN, as we've established 5 seconds ago, it's IN. Alright, you need to play a card last so that you can still use your power. I mean, she's low. She's at 14. If Scholar can survive and play Grace Under Fire, that would do 11. So we're not at that point, but we're almost at that point. So then take out the representative. And then get the carrion fields down to 0. And then the rest doesn't matter. Hit Scholar. Crabot. Get the carrion fields down because it's funny. And then foul. Alright. Oh, this is, well, I guess it doesn't matter. This is the round where I sacrifice my team. It's gonna be the Scholar show in 2 seconds. But Scholar can take this damage. Yeah, we're sacrificing Scholar. Or no, we're sacrificing the team because Scholar's the only one who could stay alive. Okay, and then there's nothing else actually. Oh boy. This is getting down to the wire here. You can stay alive for 1 second. Okay, we're past all the Matriarch effects, so we should be good. Everyone dies but Scholar. Oh, Paragon of Sentience was destroyed. Okay. I thought it was gonna stay in play, but oh well. Yeah, when that target leaves play, destroy this card, blah 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 blah. All right. We are actually in a great position here because Scholar now has so many non-hero targets. This is actually the best card that can come out. The worst one would be Horde Cacophony. A slightly worse one would be Hugin, because Scholar cards would be destroyed. But this is actually perfect. It's weird that I'm really happy to see a Darken the Skies. Or Darken the Sky singular. It's weird that I'm happy to see this, but Matriarch fell for the trap. She fell for the trap. She thought having all the cards would be great, but little did she know I have a secret weapon and my name is Scholar. I'm gonna do 21 damage. Oh man, that's one of the most powered up Grace Under Fires I've seen. And Ultimate Matriarch falls in the Summer of Ultimates, and we had our benchmark and Stuntman and Celestial Tribunal promo, or not promo, debut, I guess is the word. Woohoo! So, that was probably one of the more fun games of Sentinels I've played, because each round was very calculated. It wasn't a, I'm just gonna do whatever game. It was a, I have to be careful with what I'm gonna do because there's a lot of counter effects that I have to be mindful of. The only ones I kept forgetting were the trial destruction effects, but they actually worked out in my favor. So that takes Matriarch off the list. So there's actually an anonymous capybara already in the spreadsheet. If you haven't seen this spreadsheet actually contains the information on my entire history of Dolphin's Dive matches. But furthermore, there's a tab for defeated ultimates, and that's going to be relevant because when I ask the question, who wants to participate in viewers' choice, then you have to make sure that you choose a villain that has not been fought in the Summer of Ultimates. So let's start a new game, and let's open up this document. Citizen, Janagro, Hankroid, JZC. So, if you've not participated in Viewer's Choice before because you came out of hibernation or something, Sonic Blade, the way that I operate Viewer's Choice is I ask who wants to participate, and after a while, which is usually like 1 minute, because usually everyone jumps in right away, I will then go in a round asking people successive questions on what particular match there should be. This has worked pretty well for me. People give me terrible games sometimes, but you also can sometimes give me, you know, games involving the newest released heroes, such as Stuntman and Benchmark and Celestial Tribunal. I keep forgetting one of the heroes' names. So Citizen, Janagro, Hankroid, JZC, that's our current list, so... Sonic Blade was lost in the bushes with the... I guess that's a Pikachu. I was gonna say it looked like either Plusle or a Minun, but it's Pikachu. Alright, so Citizen, Classic, or Team? We're playing team! It's a team game, everyone! All battle stations ahead. Janagro, 3, 4, or 5 heroes/villains. Yes, we don't really see enough team games in Dolphin's Dive for some reason. Hankroid, choose villain number 1. JZC, choose hero number 1. So we're doing 4. So then Citizen, choose hero number 2. Janagro, choose villain number 2. Hankroid, choose hero number 3. JZC, choose villain number 3. And I have to be mindful, and you have to be mindful, that we cannot play certain villains, and the ones that have been bested are Airman, Fright Train, Greaser, Sergeant Steel, and the Operative. So I will veto any of those if you suggest them. If I actually pay attention. Let's see, so we're at GCC. Citizen, choose hero number 4. Janagro, choose villain number 4. And then Hankroid, choose... Wait. This is out of order. Hero, villain, hero, and then I did hero, villain, hero, villain. Okay, well, that's not the right order, but that does all of them. And then what we're at Hankroid, right? Hankroid, at Hankroid, choose the environment. Alright, so, just to make sure that I pay attention. So, what have we gotten so far? Only 4, and then villain 1 is Ambuscade. And then Citizen said Parse. That was probably for hero number 2. Hero number 3 is Nightmist. Janagro. So there's a lot of, duplicate choices here because only 4 people put their hats in the arena, which is fine. Just means I have to go back and see what you all were voting for. Janagro's villain 2 is Plague Rats. And Plague Rat has not been bested. Celestial Tribunal. Oh my gosh. I am surprised. And then Bugbear for villain 4. Hero 4 is Freedom 5 Wraith. So I think we're missing... Oh, I missed JCC's. Sorry. Yeah, I missed that. I'm sorry. Stuntman and Biomancer. Biomancer has not been done. So Stuntman, Biomancer. Biomancer, please. Alright, that's 4 and 4. So now I need to see the order. JCC was villain 3 and hero 1. So we're leading with Stuntman. Of course, Stuntman versus Ambuscade. And Biomancer was number 3. So let's see if I got this right. JZC, or Hank Raid was villain 1, Hank Raid chose Ambuscade. JZC was hero 1, she chose Stuntman. Citizen was hero 2, Citizen chose Parse. Janagro was villain 3, Janagro picked Plague Rat. Hank Raid was hero 3, Hank Raid picked Base Nightmist. JZC was villain 3, JZC picked Biomancer. And then that means that the rest should be good. Citizen, hero 4, Freedom 5 Wraith, and then Janagro, villain 4, Bugbear, and then Celestial Tribunal. Alright, perfect. So all that's left is to make these ultimates, but because these are all villains of the multiverse, that just means advanced. Whoops. And I accidentally changed Nightmist. That was accidental. Advanced, 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 advanced. So, Advanced Ambuscade, Advanced Plague Rat, Advanced Biomancer, and Advanced Bugbear versus Stuntman, Parse, Nightmist, and Freedom 5 Wraith in Celestial Tribunal. Mon Dieu, how can you bear to show your face in such a condition? My face may be ruined, but my skills are of peak. So, cue the music. It's time for a fight scene. And they have literally the same voice because they're literally the same person. I don't even have to be a terrible announcer. Alright, Stuntman has a hidden mine for when he's dealt damage, deal each target 1 projectile and deal each non-hero target 3 fire. Lance Flammies for fire damage to 4 targets and stuff. Ambuscade for stuffs. And moving target for stuffs. And then Parse has 2 between the lines, reveal the flaws, and updated intel, so lots of irreducible damage here to Biomancer's chagrin. Nightmist has Amulet of the Elder Gods, Elder Ring, and 2 enlightenments. Freedom 5 Wraith has Grappling Hook, Smoke Bombs, Stun Bolt, and Suture Self. We could actually get Biomancer, if not out, close to out pretty quickly with Between the Lines and or Reveal the Flaws. That's exciting. On the other hand, we have Bugbear. So, Ambuscades, Advanced. At the start of the game, cards are revealed from the top of Ambuscade's deck until 2 snares are revealed and put into play. Other revealed cards are shuffled back into Ambuscade's deck. It's only an extra start of turn setup, in addition to get a Nemesis out into play. Plague Rat. Damage dealt by Plague Rat to non-villain targets is irreducible, so you can't reduce it. That's what irreducible means, fun fact. Biomancer, at the start of Biomancer's turn, if there are 4 or fewer villain targets in play, the top card of Biomancer's deck is played. That doesn't really trigger too often, considering he puts targets out. And then Bugbear. Blood Scent is indestructible, and he regains HP whenever he deals damage, based on the amount of damage dealt, so. He also, damage dealt by Bugbear is increased by X, where X equals the number of incapacitated character cards. So, That's why he's usually priority number 1. He's also Nightmist's nemesis, so interesting things going on there. We have Magman, deal damage to the second lowest. Each time that player draws a card, each target in his play area deals itself 2 melee and then destroy this card. Yeah. I could put out Hidden Mind and then Stuntman destroys it himself. That'd be funny. We could just put it on Wraith, and Wraith could grappling hook it away or something. I'm just gonna put it on Wraith, I think. And then enticing target. Ew! I disagree. We have 2 Ghostbusters, Duplex Patriot, and Repliblade. And of course, Blood Scent, which goes in his play area. And of course, Revolt, which is awful. And Desert Eagle. I guess technically no target was next to a snare. Desert Eagle did that. Deals, okay. I guess that's fine. Now the enticing target's down to 1. So that makes it easier to take it out. I'll just do that. And then this doesn't matter. And then, ouchie. Ouchie, ouchie, ouchie. Yeah, so the Hidden Mind thing. That's not gonna do too good with the enticing target out, but I mean, I'm going to use my base power on the enticing target. Yeah. This will help us get rid of things. At least we don't have Glamour. Although if we did have Glamour, the Mind would work pretty well. Alright, so these handlers increase damage dealt by Plague Rat to hero targets by 1 and reduce damage dealt to Plague Rat by 1. That's... Oh yeah, that goes off. Duh. I don't think order matters here. Because we're not taking out a handler. I have short-term memory loss. I played a card, and then I forgot that it was in place, so then I did something else. Alright. This is good. Some spread damage. Reduce damage dealt by Plague Rat to villain targets by 1, so that's annoying because now he's not hitting the villain targets. Would have been a little bit better if he did, but oh, he did still hit the nemesis, which makes sense. All right. And then he takes out, or no, he doesn't take them out, but he gets them low. All right, so now what? I think it's a little too early to do reveal the flaws. Because, I mean, I could have Stuntman use a power, because then his irreducible damage becomes irreducible. It would be 3 damage. I could also update it until when a villain card enters play, reveal the bottom card of a deck and either put it on top or bottom. That would allow for some deck manipulation, and in a vengeance game, it's pretty good. But I also want to get rid of Bugbear ASAP, because he gets awful. So I don't need the irreducible effect there, but it does do 3 damage for being done out of turn. And we get another reveal of flaws. Alright, so Biomancer is not going to last long. Move each flesh child from the trash into play. Guess what? There is none. Oh no, wait, what? Oh, at the end of, wait, when? I didn't read it. At the end of the environment turn, okay. And then when this card is destroyed, oh my gosh. Well, that's fine. Biomancer is not my priority. Yes. I'm not gonna discard for this though. Actually, it would be tempting. Like my usual rule of thumb is it's worth redirecting if you can do 3 damage with it. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. Do I want the Elder Ring? I want the Elder Ring. Call forth. And Mist Form. I don't know how much card destruction there is. But Mist Form, if we do that, we can make sure, because Blood Scent moves... Where does it move? Blood Scent is moved next to the hero target with the highest HP. So like, it could move next to Nightmist, and then Bugbear doesn't keep hitting Nightmist. Easy prey, destroy each environment target with 3 or fewer, and then Bugbear regains HP equal to the number of targets destroyed this way. Alright. We'll keep Parse higher. Now that's next to Parse. Each target in that player area deals itself 2 damage. Yeah, I think Stun Bolt on Bugbear, because that would mitigate the damage that he does. Fleshchild Parse is Parse. Yes. I like that one. Play this card next to a villain target, not next to a trial. Like this is not gonna have an immediate effect, but like it could be worthwhile to put on Biomancer because the first damage is reduced by 2, and then later ones aren't. I'm gonna put this on Plague Rat though, because I think after Bugbear, Plague Rat is the next priority. Oh, also Revolt's out there. I totally forgot about Revolt. Oh well. Oh shoot. Oh shoot. That's the Vengeful 6, right? They're all out now. The party's here. Everyone is here now. The gang's back together. Ugh, I want to put that next to Parse because then she won't deal herself damage, but whenever that hero's player plays a card, Ambuscade deals the hero card next to this card 1 toxic. Actually, it would be fine to put this out. Because then it's... Oh, but we already have the one on Parse. Parse is being dealt damage. Ugh. And Raymant is destroying equipment, which means... oh, I guess there's choices, but... At least Concealed Pitfall destroys itself. We'll just keep putting that next to Wraith. I could redirect this from Nightmist, but it's not going to... I could redirect it to Plague Rat, except Plague Rat has a damage reduction. Yeah. Ouch. I don't like the fact that the Vengeful Six got back together. I also don't like that Glamour's out. Whenever a non-hero card enters play, you may destroy this card. When this card is destroyed, Stuntman deals 1 target, 5 melee. That can help get rid of Bugbear. Played your 4th game, lost for the first time. That's impressive. I wish I could redirect this from Plague Rat, but I can't. This is 2. This game is probably not going to end well. Although we could get Mistform out and then Nightmist can just weather the storm. Yes. And then damage! I'm gonna tap through this because there's way too many damages. Also, way too many damage increases. Hey, John, how are you doing? We're kind of suffering. I could do the 3 damage again. We lost the stun bolt. You could do 2 damage to yourself to redirect to 3 to Bugbear, which is silly. I could put out updated intel, but I'm not sure that Parse is gonna last for that much longer. Parse can't deal damage, Rignet would be destroyed. That's certainly worthwhile to get rid of that. I don't need to make damage irreducible right now. Just home from squash. Are you squashing the bad guys? Hey, wordplay. I'm gonna do updated intel. We need some deck control going on here. Because we did not need to have Glamour come out the way she did. Glamour's making this significantly harder than it should be. Homunculus. So then... the next villain is Bugbear. Let's look at Bugbear. Bugbear deals the non-villain target with the highest HP 3 melee, which is currently Nightmist, which is going to be Mistformed, so that's perfect. Prevent all the damage that we can. But don't hit Nightmist here. Parse is going to be... or no, what does Blitzset do? Unless one player discards 2 cards. Yeah, that's fine. Wraith is going to be taking damage, so... Glamour is like having your AC quit. She just makes everything harder. Harder and hotter. Alright. This is how we stay alive. It's Mistform. I don't know how much ongoing destruction there is, but hopefully we're not going to lose that immediately. I don't know that we're going to have moving target do a thing. Oh no, exhausting pursuit! Alright, after Bugbear comes Ambuscade. I think there's no Nemesis left in the deck, though. Which means this basically doesn't do anything except each nemesis regains 2 hit points, which is also bad, so I'm just gonna leave that on the bottom. Alright, Bugbear did not regain hit points this round. Alright. I think I'm not gonna have Wraith draw a card. Because she will take 2 damage if she does. And she's at 5. Oh boy. At the end of the environment turn, each player may discard 1 card so that each target next to a trial regains 4 hit points. So that Plague Rat can regain 4 hit points. Reveal cards from the top of Ambuscade's deck until 1 snare is revealed, and then put a snare from the trash into play. Well, no. Plague Rat deals each target 1 toxic, but that's not gonna hit villains. Nightmist's next thing is going to be prevented. Yeah, sure, that's a card. And really, Rigged Net is probably the best option, all things considered. Nightmist is just not going to be dealing damage for a long time. Alright, so a lot of these bottom of decks are awful. Well, I guess Biomancer, we don't know yet. Reveal cards at the top of Biomancer's deck until a Flesh Child is revealed. No, that's fine. Whenever that hero's player plays a card, do things. Ugh. Wraith is just going to suffer. And then, alright, so Bugbear. That's perfect. Yeah, This is ending quickly. Well, I mean, alright, Nightmist is staying alive, but otherwise it's ending quickly. Wraith is down. Desert Eagle tries to do 6 damage. Ray Manta tries to do damage. Amulet is gone, because we didn't get any other equipment cards out. Lance Flammies can at least do 2 damage to things, so we'll do that. I can't hit these guys because it redirects, although it's redirecting to Nightmist, which is okay. I want to get rid of the Restrainer because he's reducing damage to villain targets. Because what we need to have happen is Plague Rat takes out everyone. But I can't have that happen. I'm just going to keep hitting the handlers. Yeah. And then I think this means everyone but Nightmist survives the Plague Rat round. The first time Plague Rat is dealt damage each turn, play the top card of Plague Rat's deck. At this point, I think moving Chemical Frenzy to the top, because really everyone else is dead. Dead, dead, dead. By the time we get to Plague Rat's next turn, all the other heroes are dead. But we do need to, well, no. Yeah, we need to get rid of that guy. Stuntman's just being pretty pouty. Oh man, we're losing? No. Alright, 3 damage from between the lines, or 1 damage from targeting arrow, and then your base power turns into 2. Yeah, and then we can increase damage dealt to Bugbear. That is Parse's contribution in this round. Actually, this does even more damage, because it's increased by 1. Nice try. Surprise! It was mass rebirth all along. So the bottom of Biomancers is get a flesh child out. The bottom of Bugbear, but we don't know the bottom of Bugbears right now. Deal the villain target other than himself with the lowest HP 2 Infernal. If he destroys a target this way, play the top 2 cards of his deck. That's not a good one. This would... Oh, it doesn't tell me who this is. I mean, that would probably... that target's Revolts, but then he destroys a target. So no, we'll leave it on the bottom. And then we're going to say goodbye to one of these. And then that. Does it matter? Well, alright, so Wraith's in caps. One player may draw 2 cards. If they do, they discard a card. Or select a target, reduce the next damage dealt to that target by 2. Or one player searches their deck for an equipment card, puts it into their hand, then shuffles their deck. So neither of those would really benefit Stuntman because Stuntman is going to perish on Ambuscade's turn. So the best option is probably... I mean, we could chain the damage reductions on Nightmist, or we could just get equipment into her hand. Because she has a number of equipments. Oh, she has another amulet. Okay. But I guess we're not on that turn yet. So this decision doesn't matter because the other one's gonna perish before there's a use. But Mist form is what's keeping Nightmist alive right now. This is currently on Nightmist, so it doesn't matter. She's not taking damage. And then she doesn't take damage. Oh, wait, no, this is non-villain, but it still targets Nightmist. There's a song Jean-Marc is working on for the Oblivion expansion that puts chills down your spine every time you listen to it. Oh boy! Oh boy, I can't wait! I mean, I have the equipment cards, right? There's only, like, the Star Shield necklace, which I already have. No, yeah, I have all the equipments. So now I want to draw cards. Tome... Oh, I guess I didn't have the Tome and Star Shield necklace. So then I can discard a 1. I'll ditch that one. And then, do you want Plague Rat to regain hit points? No. An enticing target. Beautiful. So at this point, all I'm waiting for is for AI to come out and take out the villains one by one. That's my hope for this game. But we do have Nightmist, who is beautiful at surviving, and we have 3 incapped heroes who can help. Player may play a card, destroy an environment target, 1 hero target may deal 1 target 1 projectile damage. That is an effect that can happen. Play a card can't happen. Destroy an environment target can't happen. So we're going to have the damage dealing because Nemesis. Although I guess Rigged Net goes off. Or Enticing Target. But okay, whatever. There wasn't really any other better effect. Ugh. I want Plague Rat to help out, but the RevoCorp things are not helping. I don't think there's ongoing destruction in these decks, so Mist Form is probably permanent. Which is good. Alright, draw a card, shuffle their trash into their deck, reveal the top card of the villain deck, then replace it. That one is pretty boring. We're just gonna draw. Can't I have Rigged Net go off first, please? Yep. So, nope. A representative could appear for the villains to attack. That would be awful, actually. That's how we lose the game. The representative comes out. Increase damage dealt by Bugbear by 1. Reduce damage dealt to Bugbear by 1. Yeah. Oh boy, how many cards are in your trash? 4? Oh, that's boring, but it is a 4. If the representative comes out, we're gonna need to use Planar Banishment, but that's gonna put Nightmist in serious jeopardy. Serious jeopardy. We'll ditch Astral Premonition. Okay. Hey! Nightmist can regain 4 hit points. Plague Rat would also regain 4 hit points. Plague Rat's also at max HP. So, yes. And we're gonna ditch a Call Forth. Yay, we're not in critical anymore. No damage was dealt this way, and also the enticing target's gonna deal damage this way. I thought the enticing target was a facsimile. Why is it dealing damage? See, if I get out of Mist Form, I'm dead. There's no way out of this. This is just wait until you die. And the best part is that I have another Rigged Net, so I can't even do this special effect. The enticing target just fell over. That's funny. Deal each target 1 toxic. Well. Oh boy. If only we could have an effect that makes a damage dealt to a target irreducible, because then this wouldn't be reduced by a bajillion. And then this goes off. And then no damage is dealt. I would try to focus on hitting the handlers, but I have Rigged Nets on Nightmist and I can't do anything with them. Draw a card, shuffle your trash. Mr. Facsimile. Speaking of facsimiles, where's Scholar with his thingy? How many non-hero targets are there? There's a lot. Parse just fell asleep at her keyboard. I like that. She fell asleep. That's the canon. I love how, like, Nightmist is incredible, but some of her effects are sort of inferior to other ones. Like, I discarded it, but Astral Premonition. Power. Discard a card. If you do, reveal the top 2 cards of a deck, put one on top of the deck and one on the bottom of that deck. It's like Wraith's Infrared Eyepiece, except instead of drawing a card, you discard a card. Granted, you can select any deck with this power, but instead of drawing a card, you discard a card. And then there's Mistbound. Discard 2 cards to prevent a deck from playing cards. Granted, you can select any deck again, but it's like Legacies prevent villain cards from playing effect, but you have to do something extra. Which, I mean, it's fair because, like, Legacy and Wraith's powers are a bit too OP, and they're more balanced, as we've learned, but it's funny. Destroy one of your ongoing cards. Easy. Get rid of Feral Bronze, so we might be able to damage you. Assuming that we can get Nightmist to deal damage at some point. Yes, Mist of Time is not going to be used. It is a 4, but we have enough 4s. Alright, this is hitting Plague Rats. And we might as well discard here. We'll discard a Call Forth. Oh no, it's not hitting Plague Rat yet. It will. And then it will redirect to Enticing Target. I say not OP enough. Also, we have too many guns. Does that do anything right now? The first time Ambuscade deals damage to a hero target each turn. He also deals a second hero target, blahs, third hero target, and a fourth hero target. This is a dead card when there's only one hero target. That said, if we do get the character witness, or not character witness, whatever card, which is going to happen eventually. Yeah, so we have to get rid of Rigged Net. Then we have to get rid of Enticing Target. Can we just have a card that says Plague Rat deals a target 10 damage? Oh boy, destroy a handler. I like that one. So the handler that got destroyed reduced damage dealt by Plague Rat to villain targets. So now he can hit handlers. Yes! All right. We might be able to make some movement here. See, the best part of Sentinels is the fact that you get games like this where you're just letting the game play itself. All right, draw a card. Mistbound. And then the damage, and then deal each hero target 2 damage, doesn't happen. Regain hit points, doesn't happen. Nightmist at full HP should be able to survive a round without Mistform. Yes, that's the current plan. Get her to full HP, ditch Mistform, get an extra card play and 2 to do something. I guess she could maybe Oblivion safely even. Because like, but then no, maybe not even that. Oblivion will be risky. I'm just thinking like we can redirect from the Nemesis and then do the big hits on the Nemesis, but that's extra dangerous. What we really need is Freedom 5 Legacies in caps. You may play a card even if you otherwise could not. You may use a power even if you could otherwise not. You may draw a card even if you could not otherwise. I said that 3 different ways because that's funny. Alright, we're getting an ongoing card, and the ongoing card is Feral Brawn. She can't use powers in mist form though, which is annoying. Like, character witness would be amazing, but yeah. I mean, if I destroy mist form and then use the power, sure, but that's very risky. Very risky. I don't need enlightenment. I'm getting cards. I could also put the amulet out and then we could redirect damage. That might actually work well. If there are no valid targets, discard this card. Yeah, so keep doing this. I just don't think I can use Mistbound this game until there's like 1 deck left. No snare cards were found in your deck. Oh my gosh. Oh, this is the perfect one because Nightmist is immune to damage. And now this one's annoying. Oh, yeah. Whatever. The one I'm most worried about is Desert Eagle. Alright, so Enticing Target is still out. Whenever a villain character card or nemesis card would be dealt damage, so I can damage a handler. And RevoCorp Restrainer is preventing Plague-Rat from damaging villain targets, so maybe we should take out the RevoCorp Restrainer. Don't worry, Ray, it'll be fine. Everybody's got 2 mortgages these days. Now, the unfortunate thing is that the Enticing Target is redirecting from all the ones that I want to... Oh, but maybe the handlers could go out. Because then damage dealt by Plague-Rat is increased by 2. The Flesh Children are... Oh. Well, no, some of the Flesh Children could be dealt damage, though. Yeah. Does the any target dealt damage this way effect happen immediately? Yes, it does. Okay. Interesting. Because sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes it does. The rest of these, other than the Flesh Children, redirect. So. Is my flesh child named Dude Lolfin? Yes, actually. Dude Lolfin is actually a nickname that, it's not the first time that we've had that nickname. I mean, in this stream, probably the first, but I think I've even said it in Sentinels Live. I think I said something like, if you rearrange the letters of my name, you get Dude Lolfin. I don't remember what the topic was, but I do remember saying that. This isn't... I mean, I could do that, but then you stay alive, so then the rest of this is reduced. But alright, Plague-Rat is almost restrained, or unrestrained, which is ideal. Alright. Draw a card. Yes. The Clone Ranger. So we've gone a surprising amount of time without seeing the... I don't remember what it's called. We have gone a surprising while without seeing Representative of Earth. But when Representative of Earth comes out, that's when bad things happen, because everyone's going to start hitting that. The good news is some of these card effects hit the hero with the highest. But Plague Rat would hit it, Revolt would hit it, and we wouldn't have a means of saving it. Alright, we can lose Feralbron again. All it does is tell you to be sure to drink your Ovaltine. Oh, Trial's gone, or the AI's gone because of damage. Oh well. Yep, I'm not using Mists of Time. She has 26 cards. And Executioner's back. Oh, what was that text? Oh. It must have been this. Moves one... Well, actually, what was that said? That card came out. The Celestial Chamber moved that from the trash. Okay. It was just saying that's what happened. And everyone died. Okay. Well, that's actually not a good one, because that could bring out the Representative of Earth. So I think I'm just gonna have, I'm gonna destroy the environment target effect. Carbon Adept. You're right. Carbon Adept destroys ongoing cards. That's the ongoing destruction. That's perfect. So we're just sitting on borrowed time. At least if Carbon Adept comes out, it would be the last effect, right? Actually, no, that's fine, because Carbon Adept triggers... When does he trigger? Wait. Oh, I have to do this. At the start of Biomancer's turn, destroy 2 hero ongoing cards. Okay, so it wouldn't trigger immediately, and it triggers at the start of turn, so it does time poorly. But it triggers after all these Flesh Children, like the worst one is Repliblade. So we would be able to survive. Alright, come on, Plague Rat. Don't play a handler. No! That's not what I wanted you to do. I wanted you to hit things. Now you're not hitting things. You're supposed to hit things. You were supposed to be the one that saved us, not the one that brought us back down. John, where's the button that you can hit to destroy whatever card you want for, you know, debug reasons? You know, debug reasons. Tempersonation. So it's not the one. That's the good news. A good news. That's a good news. One good news. I had one good news. Quit the game and send you my... Oh man. Is there actually... I'm curious. Is there like a save file that if I quit the game, I could locate that file in my Steam directory, make a backup of it, play the game, do whatever, and then quit the game, move that save file back in, and then it will load again? It kind of would be nice to make it like a save point. Just not necessarily to stick around, but Steam Cloud does funny stuff. You can actually disable Steam Cloud. I've had to do that with Final Fantasy 13 because otherwise I can't. Because Final Fantasy 13 restricts you to 99 saves, which seems like it's enough, but when you have practice saves for the speed run, it's not enough. So I've disabled the Steam Cloud sync, and therefore I can transfer saves in and out by going to the directory that the save's in. Oh, we got that, and then that, and then that. Oh, good. Enticing target. Can you just keep playing Concealed Pitfall? I love that card because it does nothing. Is Nightmist at max HP? Yes. Is it time? It is time, yes. Man, we're still going. Jeez. It was round 2. I was like, this game's gonna end pretty quickly, but we seem to be, sort of okay. She has 27 cards and 27 hit points. That's fine. It's not Carbon Adept. Now, the annoying thing is that equipment cards are getting destroyed. So alright, we're gonna do this for sure. And then we're gonna put the amulet out. I'm not gonna discard 2 cards, that's fine. This gets prevented because of Rigged Net. But if I don't get rid of the 1 destroying equipment cards, the amulet's not going to work out for me. So, and then the big problem is that Enticing Target is there. But we can have Bugbear destroy Enticing Target easily. Now, this isn't ideal, because I don't want Bugbear to regain hit points, but he's kind of been regaining hit points anyway, so whatever. And we have mini cards we can spare. Oh. No, that's not what I wanted to do, actually. That's also not the thing. I wanted to have him do the damage to redirect. Right? Because at the end of his turn deals 2. Yeah, because alright, so I have to get rid of... Holy, what? 8 damage? What? Oh, poopy. This is hurting. No, we're not doing that. I forgot that we have 3 incapped character cards here. So we're gonna discard the 2 cards because he's gonna do enough damage on his own that we can take out the rigged net with any sort of redirect. But this is crappy. Definitely this, though. Because, I mean, yes, I have to take out the rigged net, but at the same time, I also have to take out Ray Manta. Ray Manta redirects the rigged net anyway, or to entice the target, so here, do that. And then this goes. Ouch. Oh boy, alright, now we can play cards. We'll do the damage reduction on Nightmist. Oh yeah, we didn't destroy an environment thing. Wait, what did I... Oh, I had Nightmist do a thing. Oh. Or no, wait, no, never mind. We did destroy it. This is coming into play. Ah. Okay. I can redirect the first one. And yes, we need to hit Ray Manta. It's not gonna matter, I don't think. Oh my gosh. This is gonna heal Plague Rat, but that's okay. Because Nightmist needs to stay alive. She's sitting here naked right now. Naked and afraid. I'm not happy with this, because that's not enough damage to take out Ray Manta. So we're losing our amulet. I guess Stuntman can give us it back. It wasn't what I wanted to have happen. Oh my gosh. Can I just go back to the mist form, please? Oh my god. We survived 1 round! No, we didn't even survive a round! We're not back at Nightmist's turn! Oh my god. Alright, what happens? We're on Plague Rat's thing. At the start of Plague Rat turn, Plague Rat regains 5. Deal each hero target 1 toxic. So that would be the amulet there. And then Plague Rat would do 1 damage, and then whatever his card play is. Yeah, without the mist form, we're not surviving this. Plus, when I play a card and Stuntman deals, or Ambuscade deals damage, deals each target 1 toxic. Why do we not have the... why are the handlers out? Why? This would have been perfect. We would have gotten rid of everything. I guess... Okay, that's fine. 1 thing did hit itself. In fact, the only thing that, like, Plague Rat has successfully hit is Revolt, who is somehow still alive. I decided to hit Raymanta instead of the handlers. Okay, fair enough. I could have hit the handlers. I accept that. That is my fault. I recognize that it was my fault. But I wanted my equipment cards to survive. It didn't work out. And then is this Carbon Adept? No, it's Homunculus. So the only, well, other than Ambuscade doing something at the start of the game, the only advanced clause that has been relevant is Plague Rat, but not even then, because we haven't had damage reduction on Plague Rat's turn. So now we're back to drawing a bajillion cards and healing up. But we're going to see the representative soon, and that's going to end literally everything. Come on, Bugbear. Deal damage to the target with the lowest. Nope. Okay. Barrel Brawn. Blood Scent has stayed in play, but I've also not... Oh, hey. I guess we're not dealing damage to Plague Rat. Yeah, the, Feral Brawn is, or not Feral Brawn, the Blood Scent is indestructible, but I've not really, like, actively destroyed ongoing cards. So. Alright, discards. Oh boy. Here it is. It's here. The unfortunate thing is that Nightmist is not higher than 10 HP, which means that Ambuscade's going to be hitting this guy. But who would be the best one to have? Is there one that says you win the game? Is there an instant win effect? I mean, then again, you can't even use the power, so... I'm just gonna go with my boy, Requital, Captain Cosmic. Nightmist cannot currently use powers. This will actually heal the representative because he's next to a trial. Not that it will matter. Oh, good, Enticing Target. I was waiting for Enticing Target to come out. Ah, boy. There was one time in Dolphin's Dive history that I gave up on a game because it was literal stalemate. This is technically not stalemate, which is why I've not gone that route. One hero target may deal one target, one projectile damage. Wait a minute. Isn't this a hero target? Or is it considered an environment target because it's something? I don't even know. I've given up on deciding things. I'm just waiting for this to end someday. It doesn't matter in this case. The representative is a hero. So this is a bug then. This game is flawed. I can't finish this game. There's a game-ending bug in here. See? I could have won, but we'll never know because this game was bugged. What was the bug? I selected one hero target, may deal one target, one projectile damage, and it automatically selected Nightmist, thinking Nightmist was the only hero. Sentinels is an awesomely programmed game. I know that, like, people joke about stuff. It is, like, it is awesome. I love it. There are, of course, bugs, because when you program, there will be a bug. It happens. But that there aren't as many bugs as some games that are out there, especially certain indie games that are out there, it's amazing. Oh, we're not killing you. My hero's HP all covered. Like, I'd like to report a bug. I lost the game. I thought this game was easy. How'd I, like, you're not supposed to lose this game. Like, I was told by many sources that this game is hard. Ah, boy, Carbon Adept. Hello. I have more than 20 favor. Why didn't I win? The single card that forced the programmers to... Oh, there it is. The Earth is sentenced to destruction. Is there a special... There's a special loss screen for this, isn't there? I don't know if it happened on Sentinels Live. I'm the first streamer to show it. The villains were taken down too, yes! And I think all the villains are at max HP. So this is exciting. I think I'm just going to, I'm gonna do something that I don't normally do, but when I end the stream, I normally just put on a screen that says, thanks for watching, but I think we're gonna create a new screen. We'll just, this is the ending music. But let's see, so. What's the best way to do this? We'll just probably just use this source. Do I have this as game capture? Oh, I do. Okay. All right. Well, yeah, I have that set up now, so I'll transition after I'm done. Thanks for watching, everyone. I hope you enjoyed this stream. This lasted over 2.5 hours, which is longer than it normally does, but we had some good games. I liked my game against Matriarch because each turn was very well calculated, and any action I had to take I had to make sure I considered all the consequences because there was a lot of dangerous stuff out on the board. This game was also fun because we got to see how you can survive in mist form for about 20,000 turns, which isn't that too far-fetched, but I I don't know, I still had fun. We have not claimed victory against these 4 villains, which means that they are still fair game for future Summer of Ultimates action. So you can look forward to that in the future. If you enjoyed the stream, be sure to give this channel, Handelabra Games, a follow if you haven't already. If you love Sentinels of the Multiverse content, Handelabra Games is the channel to go to. We have Sentinels Live every Tuesday, my stream every Friday, and Zach's stream every Sunday. And Zach's stream is, of course, storytelling Sentinels. And the Tuesday stream is Sentinels Live with Jeremy and John, 2 of the developers of Sentinels of the Multiverse and the owners of Handelabra Games, I believe, or just Handelabra. Summer is almost over, but that's okay. We'll just have the fall of the Ultimates. They will just keep going. Well, our goal is to defeat every Ultimate, and we'll just keep going until that happens. And actually, summer isn't almost over, because technically summer started a month ago on June 20th, and fall doesn't start until September 20th/21st. So it's still, we're not even halfway done with summer, duh. But yeah, all right. If you didn't know, Mini Pack 4 is officially released, so you should definitely play it. It has some fun decks like Benchmark and Stuntman and Celestial Tribunal, as well as, of course, Choke Point, which was seen in the Season Pass 2 preview pack. But now with this release, the preview pack is null and void, because all the expansions are released. All right. Summer ends in 2 weeks. What? No. All right. Thanks for watching, everyone.